The Foreign Law Guide, or FLG, is the single best tool for finding foreign law, that is, the national law of another country. The FLG was started by two well-known members of the law librarian community, Thomas Reynolds and Arturo Flores. Thus, you may sometimes hear law librarians refer to FLG as Reynolds and Flores. FLG is a paid subscription database, but you can find and use it at many academic and public law libraries. At our library, simply look under Specialty Databases at the library homepage. Then click on Full List of Specialty Databases and browse alphabetically for the Foreign Law Guide. After clicking on the link provided, click Next on Subscriber Login at the FLG homepage. You will then see this simple search box, as well as this pull-down menu of countries and jurisdictions. Normally, this jurisdiction approach works best. Suppose we wish to find the copyright law of Turkey, for example. Select Turkey from the country pull-down menu. You will then be taken to some introductory information about the Turkish legal system and its history. At the end of this introduction, there is a description of the major publications and codes of Turkey and where to find them. The Turkish codes are in Turkish, of course, but in some instances, a link to a translation in English or another language is provided. Note, though, that the translated law may be quite out of date. Recent laws may not yet be available in translation. Translation is time-consuming and expensive, so most foreign law is not translated unless it is of significant commercial interest. At the end of these references to major codes, the official gazette, compilations, session laws, and court reports, is a description of the constantly evolving internet sources for researching Turkish law. Some of these online resources are free governmental websites, others are paid subscription databases only. After the discussion of internet sources comes a list of alphabetically arranged subject headings. These subjects are the same for every country covered by FLG, which makes it easy to compare laws across national borders. Let's scan the subject headings for the entry copyright, for example. Note that an English translation of the 2001 law can be found at the World Intellectual Property Organization, or WIPO, website. At the end of this entry, note also these references to relevant treaties to which Turkey is a party, including the Berne Copyright Convention and the WIPO Convention. The hypertext link footnote after each convention takes us to the International Conventions and Treaties section of FLG, and full citation information for the specific treaty in which we are interested. Normally, foreign law research involves the research of another country's national or domestic law only, but increasingly international law in the form of treaties can also be involved. Therefore, always ask yourself, could an international treaty be relevant to the issue I am researching? In addition to links to the actual text of the law, FLG often includes references to commentary and compilations in italics, such as this title, Design and Copyright Protection of Products, World Law and Practice. Note again the hypertext link symbol after this title. By clicking on this link, we will find full bibliographic information about this title, including publisher and years of publication. Note, for example, that this title is a 2-volume loose-leaf publication. Loose-leafs are print publications which are continuously updated. Of all the print resources in a law library, loose-leafs tend to be the most valuable because of their currency. This detailed information about each publication referenced in FLG can be found in the Materials Index section of FLG. We can use this information to locate these resources at our library or other libraries worldwide. A quick title search in our catalog shows that our library indeed owns this title. Suppose we are also interested in this first title, International Guide to Collective Administration Organizations. Does our library own this title? Unfortunately not. But we can look for this title at other libraries using a powerful research tool called Worldcat. Worldcat is an enormous database of records of titles held by libraries all over the world. Worldcat lets us go beyond the walls of our own library to find this title at other libraries in our region and around the country. You can find it under Specialty Databases at the library homepage. We'll do an advanced search to find this exact title. Sometimes Worldcat will retrieve more than one record for the same title, as in this case. The first record is the one used by the greatest number of libraries, so that is usually the one to use. According to this record, 2 libraries in our area, Chicago, Kent, and Northwestern, have this title. As a John Marshall student, you can go to either of these libraries to use this title there, or you can make an interlibrary loan request to borrow this title by clicking on the Request Item link in the Worldcat record. Let's briefly review the features of FLG and how to use them effectively. Scan the Introduction and Major Codes section to learn more about the country's legal system and its publications. Make note of any free governmental or paid commercial internet sources. Use FLG subject headings to research a country's law by topic. Read each FLG entry carefully and note any references to commentary or compilations in English translation. Find complete bibliographic information about these titles in the Materials Index section. Finally, use other resources like Worldcat to locate the title at our law library or a law library in our area. If you ever have questions about using FLG or Worldcat, please don't hesitate to consult with a reference librarian. Happy researching!